Brett Allen here, chatting with Grace Van Patten about her fantastic series, Tell Me Lies. I'm excited to talk to you. We had all of your castmates on during the actual press junket, and now we get to talk to you. How exciting. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Yes, well, this is a fantastic show, and we have more dramatic episodes coming down the way. This show seems to just get more and more intense. Let's talk about it. The show has progressed along really well. We've found out some interesting things. We don't want to spoil too much for those who have not seen the show yet, but what can you tell us, or what can you share about what we can expect for upcoming episodes? Because there are some big ones coming for sure.
There are some very big ones coming. Oh man. Probably whatever you're expecting, it's probably worse than that. It gets emotional, it gets manipulative, it gets, Lucy just continues her unraveling, and it's sad, and I don't want to give that away.
Well, let me ask you this. That's okay. So this is a very interesting project, and this has been swirling around for a while before it was announced. You and the rest of the cast would be starring in it. So I'm very curious, what interested you in the project in particular that made you go, okay, this is something that I want to do, or I want to be a part of?
Yeah, I was so drawn to it from the minute I just got the initial email of the log line and kind of who was going to be a part of it. And I fell in love with Lucy. I loved her emotional journey throughout the whole season. I thought it was such a crazy arc that you don't see a lot, especially in a young female character. And I thought it was so amazing how the show took these young people's feelings so seriously. I don't think you see that very often, and it really dives into all of their mindsets and all of their issues and trauma and their inability to communicate their emotions and express them. And it kind of just made me think, if any of these characters were actually honest with themselves and communicated, then none of this would have ever happened. But that's a huge part of growing up, I think, and learning about yourself and what you need, and that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to be emotional. But none of these characters know that yet, so it just becomes this big convoluted mess.
Yeah. So how do you get into the mindset of a character like Lucy? I mean, you've played a lot of, I don't want to say complicated characters, but very detailed and very layered. So when you get presented like this kind of script and you kind of know ahead of time, say before everybody else, what's going to happen, how do you mentally prepare for that as an actor and a storyteller?
A huge part, I feel like it's different for every project and every character. But for this, a huge part of preparing was just talking with Megan, the writer, and Jackson, and just really understanding the dynamic.
Okay.
And making sure that we were not glorifying this relationship, that it's not a love story. These two people are not meant to be together. I would say it's more of a cautionary tale for people that have been in a relationship like this, or are currently in a relationship like this, or have a friend or family member in a relationship like this. Like, it's a warning, and it's not to be glamorized at all. All of these things that Lucy and Steven are doing are wrong, and are not justified. So it was really discussing that, and why Lucy's doing what she's doing, and why is she capable of that? What's driving her to do this? Why did she fall so hard for Steven? And just really trying to understand her perspective. And that helped most with this, just understanding who Lucy is and what she comes from and why it pushes her to do these things and act this way.
Well, this is a great series, an anthology series with episodes dropping weekly. We have just a few more left. I am just fascinated with this show. Again, when I was talking to your castmates before, having seen a few of the episodes, I kind of had an idea what was happening, but now, along with everybody else, we're watching to see how this unfolds. Wonderful work as Lucy. This is a great story. I'm excited for people to watch this and all the other projects that you've been a part of. Grace, this has been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.